a scare on the west side of Madison. A woman says she woke up to her apartment riddled with bullets.
Plus another cord for at least a third time found strung across a Fitchburg bike path.
And later, supporting a new men's homeless shelter in Madison. The millions in funding announced for the project today, straight ahead. News 3 now at 10 starts right now.
And some of these people were messaging saying, oh, well, you've got the police station is right across the street. I guess the guys with guns are just getting braver.
A local woman says gun violence isn't just a problem on Madison's north and east sides. Her west side apartment was allegedly shot at last week.
And now she's reconsidering living in that neighborhood. Armand Rahman caught up with her and has more. Armand?
Yeah, guys, Madison police responded to a shots fired report at the Heather Downs apartment complex around midnight last Wednesday, but found no damage or shell casings. But when Pamela Woodward awoke the next morning, she called them back to her bullet-riddled home.
The screen had all the bullet holes still in it.
Today, wooden boards are up where Pamela Woodward's patio door should be.
10 minutes after I went to bed, I heard 10 gunshots. So I grabbed my dog and crawled out of bed and looked out through my bedroom window. I didn't see or hear anything.
But Thursday morning, she did see where those bullets ended up, all over her living room off the corner of McKenna and Raymond Road.
I'm just grateful that that voice in my head told me to go to bed early. This is where I had been sitting.
If you had stayed in the couch,
I wouldn't be here talking to you because it's right, the hole is right where my head was. And that's hard to comprehend. I'm too young to go. I have a 5-year-old granddaughter I want to stick around for.
Woodward called the police, who spent the next 7 hours combing through her apartment for evidence.
Went inside and dug out the bullet. So that got a bullet too. I'm just glad that I'm here because I'm not ready to go yet. Isn't that right, Molly Sue? Who'll take care of you, huh?
In the weeks since, Pamela and her dogs have been staying at a hotel thanks to insurance that runs out tonight. Then she can only afford one more hotel through this week.
The landlord said that the door should be replaced by Friday. If it's not, I don't know.
But even after her place is fixed, she's not planning to stay in this neighborhood much longer.
You know, this part of Madison has been getting worse. I hear gunshots often enough. We should all be able to comfortably be in our homes and not afraid that, you know, a gunshot's going to come through the window and kill you.
And Woodward says she's lived at that spot for the past 7 years, and there's no apartment numbers on that side of the building, so she sees no way that she could have been targeted.
Next tonight, a second person has been arrested in connection to a deadly shooting near Warner Park earlier this summer. Police say they arrested a 22-year-old woman yesterday on Moraine View Drive. She faces charges of party to a crime of homicide and obstructing. The other suspect in the case, Akil Lowe, was arrested in Ohio earlier this month. The victim was an 18-year-old from Milwaukee. He was found dead inside a stolen car near the Vollen Street and North Sherman Avenue intersection.
Continuing coverage to a story we first told you about last night. This morning, a third wire was found hanging across a bike trail bridge in Fitchburg. Now here's a photo. It's close to the same location where 2 others were recently found, stretched across the Badger State Trail Bridge just off Allied Drive. Madison police today tell us they are aware of it and are investigating. News 3 Now was the first to bring you the story last night. We spoke with a man, Greg Goldstein, who was clotheslined by one of those cords last Friday, knocked off his bike. Says he's doing all right. He also found a second cord the next day and the third one this morning. Police say they encourage bikers to be aware of their surroundings as they continue to look into who may be responsible.
And new at 10, a pretty cool training opportunity for local firefighters. Crews lit an old 2-story apartment building on fire in Verona to give them and local students some real-life experience.
This is actually night 5 for us of doing this, and the ability to share these apartments with other surrounding apartments and to get that education and that training out of it has been just tremendous for us.
Numerous fire departments were on hand, as well as Madison College students. Organizers say this training is a critical part of instruction and certification for firefighters, teaching them how to safely and effectively fight fires in a controlled setting under supervision. Well, let's go to weather now. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti has our certified most accurate forecast.
Well, after a beautiful day today, let's just follow it up with another nice one for tomorrow. Take a look at the time lapse from the WISC Skycam looking off toward the east. We had sunshine from sun sunup to sundown with very few clouds. Just a couple of cumulus clouds that popped up early afternoon, and even then we just cleared out very nicely by sunset. There's no rain anywhere across our portion of the Midwest. High temperatures today, upper 70s to lower 80s. Just can't beat that for this time of year. 77 the high in Madison, 79 degrees in Janesville. Right now, temperatures are mainly in the 60s. All Milwaukee, closer to Lake Michigan, still hanging on at 72 degrees, but across Dane County, already down to 59 degrees in Middleton, 62 degrees in Belleville, and 66 in Deerfield. Look for mostly clear skies overnight. Low temperature dropping to around 59 degrees, and we'll see another sunny day tomorrow. Just a little bit warmer with highs in the lower 80s. Rain is on the way for Friday night, but after that, looks like it will be dry for a while. I'll have more on that in the forecast in just a few minutes.
Addressing homelessness requires a holistic approach and a continuum of services, but above all, it cannot work without partnership and cooperation among all levels of government and the community.
Next at 10, Dane County Executive Joe Parisi, along with Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway, announcing an added $9 million investment for the new men's homeless shelter. The county pledged $3 million. Now Parisi will add another $6 million to his 2023 capital budget, making the shelter the largest capital investment in the budget. Community, family, sports, nature, gardens, those are just some of the features community members love about Rindall Park. But it is no secret among community members that there is room for improvement following 2 years of homeless encampments at the park.
In a town hall style meeting, city officials listened to input from their community to build a master plan for the future of Rindall Park. Our Andrew Banstra has more.
The master plan process begins with multiple community input forums, providing the city of Madison and parks direction on how to develop the park for the next 15 to 25 years. Currently, the 90-acre park featuring tennis, mini soccer fields, a playground and a splash pad, community gardening, a shelter, and more is in the renovation process. And as that process begins, the city asked for more community input to guide the park's future. Residents near the park are much younger on average compared to the rest of Madison, leading to some asking for input from the youth on what they want to see in the park.
So we're interested in hearing what people who use all of those different features have to say about the future of Rindall Park.
When you go to plan for this park, you might go talk to kids at the schools, 4th, 5th, 6th graders on up, and see what they want to see in this park.
Many cited the open space and the size of the park as good things that the park has going for it, but on the contrary, safety and cleanliness were issues that were brought up the most. They want to be addressed going forward. Members also said that the park's youth soccer plans need to keep going and expanding the park space for community gardening and retaining the vast and natural lands in the park, including trees and native wildlife. After taking community input into consideration, the Parks Department will develop a draft of the master plan to the city in November of 2022, with the final proposal coming in January 2023. From the News Center, Andrew Banstra, News 3 Now.
In less than 2 days, some of Madison's 27,000 students will walk into class for the first time this school year, but many of those students may not have a teacher yet. MMSD says there are still more than 130 openings. The district hopes an announcement today from Governor Evers will help fill more of those jobs down the road. While in Madison, the governor said he's directing $75 million in federal funds to help districts fill some of those openings. And it's not just Madison looking to hire. The teaching shortage is statewide. So in Oshkosh, an organization called CISA is working to train and prepare substitute teachers. About 30 people attended a training today, including a couple of current sheriff's deputies. You can become a sub in Wisconsin with the one-day training at CISA through the Residency and Teacher Foundation.
We'll give them a certificate electronically at the end of the day that they could go on the website tonight and be applying for their license, and they could be employed in schools tomorrow.
In addition to the sheriff's deputies, there were also 8 veterans present in the training.
On the campaign trail, Senator Ron Johnson today welcoming delegates to the American Legion Convention in Milwaukee. There, while addressing the crowd, he talked about his work on behalf of veterans, but also took the opportunity to criticize the Democratic Party.
These things didn't just happen. This isn't an administration came in and just had some bad luck. These are policies that opened our borders. Out-of-control deficit spending caused the inflation. A war on fossil fuels caused record gas prices. Low bail, no bail policies. Defund the police movement. Abolish ICE. These are the things that have resulted in rising crime.
Senator Johnson facing a tight battle for re-election. The latest Marquette Law School poll had him trailing challenger Mandela Barnes. Senator Johnson has recently come under fire for comments regarding the January 6th rioter and Black Lives Matter protesters, as well as his possible involvement in the alleged fake electors scheme. President Biden today taking the stage in northeastern Pennsylvania to tout his Safer America plan to reduce gun crime. He's calling for billions of dollars to hire and train police and a ban on assault weapons. Public safety has become a midterm campaign issue, and with elections a little more than 2 months out now, the president's back on the road to make the pitch for his party.
To this day, the MAGA Republicans in Congress defend the mob that stormed the Capitol on January 6th. You can't be a party of law and order and call the people who attacked the police on January 6th patriots.
Recent CBS News polls show abortion emerging as a motivator to get Democratic supporters to the polls. Meanwhile, Republicans are honing in on inflation and the economy. And a reminder, President Biden will also be taking a trip to Wisconsin on Labor Day, making a trip to Labor Fest in Milwaukee.
Justice Department employees are now barred from partaking in any political activities. Attorney General Merrick Garland issued a memo today announcing the new restrictions. He admits the DOJ previously allowed non-career appointees to attend partisan political events if they had approval, but no more. Russian state news agencies are reporting the last leader of the Soviet Union, Mikhail Gorbachev, has died. He sparked a revolution, helping bring down the Berlin Wall and dissolve the Soviet Union almost 70 years after being a socialist state. He also found common ground with President Ronald Reagan, signing the INF Nuclear Reduction Treaty in 1987. The former leader also won many awards, including the Nobel Peace Prize and the Liberty Medal. He was 91 years old.
Crisis in Ukraine coverage now. Ukrainian forces say they are gaining ground in a new counteroffensive against Russia. There's heavy fighting right now in the area around Kherson, a crucial port city near the Black Sea. It was the first major city to fall in the early days of the war. Meanwhile, there are fears that Europe's largest nuclear plant has been damaged in the fighting. A team of international investigators is in Ukraine to assess the situation at that facility, which is in Russian-occupied territory. Recently, a hole was punched in the roof of one of the fuel depots at the site. Today also marks 1 year since the last U.S. military plane left Afghanistan, marking the end of America's longest war. Images of those weeks, the fall of Kabul and the Allies' chaotic exit, continue to echo on the American political scene. And still ahead tonight, NASA gives a new target date for the highly anticipated Artemis 1 launch.
Plus, just days from the Badgers' home opener, we'll take a look inside the newly renovated South End Zone at Camp Randall. Stay with us.
Come on, Brian.
Dad, look.
Brian, come on.
I'm Courtney.
I'm Brian.
Ready, Brian? Summer won't last forever, but you can go out and make memories that will during Toyota's National Sales Event.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, a 2-year or 25,000-mile maintenance plan and roadside assistance. See your local Toyota dealer or visit toyota.com to learn more.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
In this blistering Wisconsin heat, imagine not being able to cool yourself by simply pressing a button. It may seem easy to imagine for 60 seconds, but for many, it's a reality they can't ignore after that minute is up. Families, elderly, disabled, and veterans struggling in the scorching heat of summer, and those are just the ones we know about. A hot summer day is not simply uncomfortable for them. It can be deadly. If you have the means to help, please consider offering a hand up. No matter the amount, every dollar helps. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safe in your home. No one in Wisconsin deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
Fjords has been crafting beautifully designed functional furniture since 1941. Every aspect of Fjords furniture has been carefully engineered to create a higher level of relaxation. Right now at the Century House, purchase any Fjords furniture and receive up to 20% off. All models, all sizes, all colors. Experience the unmatched relaxation you can only achieve in Fjords furniture. Relaxation made beautiful. Visit the Century House at 3420 University Avenue in Madison or online at centuryhouseinc.com.
I worked really hard to save for retirement, worked all the hours I could, whatever it took. But Ron Johnson thinks we should consider raising the retirement age for Social Security and Medicare. That's a terrible idea. And he voted over and over again to weaken and cut Medicare, driving up our costs. Ron Johnson even wanted to privatize Social Security, calling it a legal Ponzi scheme. Tell Ron Johnson to strengthen Medicare.
Do you remember me? This is the first day of my show. I hope my fans feel on top of the world by the time they leave the Jennifer Hudson Show.
Jennifer Hudson, weekdays at 3, starting September 12th.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. If you're planning to check out the Badger home opener this weekend or any of the home games this year, you will notice a bit of a change inside Camp Randall. A $75 million construction project in the south end zone is now complete. 5,000 bleacher seats have been replaced with 2,500 premium seats and hospitality clubs. The new south end zone will not be limited to just Badger games either. The athletic department plans to use that space for other programming throughout the year.
Many businesses are still on the hunt for workers. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, there were roughly 11.2 million jobs available in the U.S. last month. That is about 200,000 more openings than the previous month. July's numbers boil down to nearly 2 available positions per job seeker. Around Wisconsin, a La Crosse convenience store is expanding its benefits to attract and retain employees. Quick Trip opened the doors to its new child care center today. The company's public relations director says it's been hard for its employees to find childcare, and this is one solution. The center is located in the former La Crosse Wellness Center building. It has classrooms, an art room, and a library on site. Care is only available for Quick Trip employees.
Seems like every other day, NASA's new James Webb Telescope is making incredible discoveries and taking some amazing photographs. Well, here are the latest. This one showcases the Phantom Galaxy, a spiral of solar systems 32 million light years away. The images were created using data from both the Hubble telescope and the Webb telescope. And new tonight, NASA says the uncrewed Artemis 1 mission will get another attempt at launching on a journey around the moon on Saturday now. The 2-hour launch window opens at 2:17 Eastern time in the afternoon. After the launch was scrubbed yesterday morning, the launch team spent the remainder of the day evaluating data gathered during that first attempt. Let's go to Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti now. We have had a beautiful and pleasant stretch of weather.
Right, and you should always say that that launch is weather permitting, right?
Yeah, always
that's
weather permitting.
Yeah, that's the final no-go for it. Around here, if they were launching, boy, this would be about as nice of weather as you could find for this time of year, whether you're launching a rocket or just going outside. High temperatures, lower 80s for tomorrow and Thursday, and middle 80s for Friday. Warm but dry for those days. Thunderstorm chance Friday night as a weak cold front passes through. Right now, I'm thinking about a 1 in 3 chance of a shower or thunderstorm, and then dry weather returns this weekend with temperatures in the middle to upper 70s Saturday, Sunday, and Labor Day Monday. And by the end of next week, it'll turn warm, but also dry. We're not looking for any rain at all next week. As we look at the high temperature trend over the next 10 days, we'll be in the 80s when the average high temperature should be in the upper 70s. We'll see temperatures closer to normal over the weekend, but with dry weather, a perfect Labor Day weekend, and then those temperatures back above normal as the average high temperature starts to drop to 76 degrees by the end of the 10-day period. Of course, by that time, we're in September. In the tropics, we continue to watch this area of disturbed weather that could eventually turn into some kind of a tropical system, tropical depression, or eventually maybe even a hurricane. Some of the computer models kind of take it north of the Leeward Islands and then into the middle portion of the Atlantic Ocean, but that's still a long ways off. Another area of disturbed weather just off the African coast could also turn into something over the next 4 or 5 days, but that would stay more in the eastern portion of the Atlantic Ocean toward the Cape Verde Islands. Across the rest of the Atlantic, no major tropical weather systems are expected over the next 5 days. Our part of the country, just dry and quiet with temperatures today climbing into the upper 70s to around 80. Still some heat in the western plains into portions of the Rockies, mid-90s into Montana. That's where the jet stream is pushing northward a little bit, but the trend has been for the heat to stay out to the west of us, the upper level winds from the northwest keeping our weather dry, and that trend is going to continue continue probably for the next week to 10 days. Temperatures will be a little cooler when the jet stream sags to the south, a little warmer when the jet stream comes back to the north. But right now, this bubble of high pressure literally sitting over western Iowa, and you can see the clockwise rotation in the winds near the ground outside of that. Air in the high pressure sinks and then kind of spreads out in that clockwise pattern. So right now we're getting our winds from the west and northwest, but they're pretty light. Skies are clear. Just a beautiful night out there, and the next couple of nights will be nice as well. Temperatures right now in the 60s, some 50s already in the northern portion of the state, with those dew point temperatures in the lower 50s. Probably see low temperatures at least in the upper 50s here. Some of the outlying locations could see low temperatures probably in the middle 50s. For tomorrow, mostly sunny skies, a little warmer than today. High temperature at 82 degrees. As far as planning your day for tomorrow, 83 for the high in Verona with mostly sunny skies, 82 in Cross Plains, and 83 degrees the high in Stoughton. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, temperatures are very similar. 83 in Prairie du Chien, 81 in Wautoma, and 83 in Fond du Lac. As we look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, lots of sunshine. Again, that thunderstorm chance Friday night, just mainly Friday night. We should be dry by Saturday morning. Labor Day dry weather through next week, with a warming trend taking our highs back into the lower 80s by the end of next week.
Badger Nation is lighting up the scoreboard in the Women's World Championships. More to come on Team USA's highly anticipated game with Canada. That's next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
With the best service, quality, and prices, Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. To help you remember, I made this cheer. V value. A, awesome value. L, lots of value. U.
For a limited time, get free kids' glasses and eye exam only at Stanton Optical. Walk-ins welcome.
In a recent clinical study, patients using Salonpas patch reported reductions in pain severity, using less or a lot less oral pain medicines, and improved quality of life. That's why we recommend Salonpas. It's good medicine.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job, so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Enjoy the open road and make no monthly payments for 90 days on all Silverado pickups. Plus, get 2.89% financing when you finance with GM Financial. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
We would never hit 12 drunk. Clutch it up drunk? Not a chance. Do a stoppie drunk? We would never drift drunk. So you should never drive drunk. Drive sober or get pulled over.
They're here. Okay. There's no way we're paying for all those medical bills.
Should we talk about a settlement?
How about we cut the car payments down?
We might want to think about this.
Look, just get them to sign. This offer's more than fair.
Sir, it's the law offices of Hupy and Abraham.
Tell them you mean business. Call 800-800-5678. Hupy and Abraham.
You can handle this one.
It's time for new energy-efficient replacement windows from Champion.
Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Don't sweat over high energy bills. Stay comfortable in your home all year long. Call or go online to book your free estimate at getchampionwindows.com.
Wisconsinites don't back down from hard work. We got self-starters and never-stoppers. Folks who help feed a nation. Pioneers in innovation. Teachers and third-shifters like my parents. You deserve a senator who protects your jobs, not one who sends them overseas. I work to bring manufacturing back home so we can make things in Wisconsin again. When we harness what we have, we can change where we're going. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $400 at Lens Crafters, over $200 at Walmart, and over $150 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
Say it's a big weekend for Wisconsin. Wisconsin athletics would be an understatement. Kicking it all off is on Friday night with the volleyball team. The reigning national champions have their home opener against Marquette. Now the Badgers return to the historic Fieldhouse after going 1-1 at the Big 12 Big 10 Challenge down in Texas. Well, as far as home openers go, UW is 36-10-2 all time. Quite the impressive stat to boast with the team's in-state rival coming to town.
It's just competitive matches every year. You know, it's right down the road. It's good for the state. It's good for their program. It's good for our program. If we're doing it at both places, it's I think it's been a win-win for the fans. It's been win-win for both of our programs.
After getting upset by Baylor over the weekend, Wisconsin falls to number 6 in the AVCA Top 25 rankings. If there's one word that goes hand in hand with the Badger football team this year, it's new. From new players to new coaches and new jobs for returning players. Well, that's just the case for Verona alum Jackson Aker. He's listed as the team's starting fullback for Saturday's season opener against Illinois State. And clearly, Aker's turning heads. QB1 Graham Mertz had plenty to say on the local product earning that spot.
He's like a sneaky, twitchy kind of guy. He's got an extra level of speed he can turn on when he needs to, and he plays really smart. That's one thing at that position that you need, whether it's in the run game, pass game. He does a great job of really going all in on learning that stuff. Growing up, always being a Badgers fan, I mean that's a dream come true. And for him, I know that he's ready for it. He's put in the work and he'll be ready to go.
And with the season kicking off on Saturday, that means Badger Blueprint returns. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night at 10, where sports director Zach Hanley and Wisconsin State Journal's Jim Polzine will preview the Badgers' Week 1 matchup with Illinois State. Well, this matchup everyone's been looking forward to. Canada versus Team USA in the Women's World Championships. Well, after leading 2-0, Canada cools off. That gives Team USA enough time to tie it up. Then current Badger Lacey Eden finds the back of the goal for that go-ahead in the third period. Doesn't stop there. Hillary Knight with the empty netter as Team USA wins it 5-2. And the Brewers enter Game 2 with the Pirates on a 3-game win streak. They're looking to add to it. Down by a run in the fourth, Colton Wong says see ya to that ball. That's a 2-run homer for the lead. It's his 11th on the season. But that's where the offense ends. Pittsburgh rallies to win this one 4-2. The rubber match is set for tomorrow at 1:10. We'll be right back.
The green grass program put on by First Tee is making a difference here on the golf course and off. Ashlyn, tell us what First Tee is. I know people hear that, they think of golf. It's so much more than just the game of golf.
It truly is. So underneath our umbrella, we're kind of divided into two different categories. One is our learning centerpiece, and the other is what we call life skills experience. And with that, we're able to work with the community. We have partnerships with school districts, community centers, and we offer what we're doing here today called green grass programming. It was really cool because before COVID, we were serving more than 17,000 kids in Wisconsin. Last year, we're getting that number back up to more than 12,000 kids, but it's just providing an overall golf experience to make golf more of an inclusive sport, as well as teaching important life skills.
Brad, tell us a little bit about First Tee's green grass program and what that all entails.
Well, usually that's during the non-school time during the summer. We're outside twice a week and using the 9 core values of the First Tee and trying to use them on the golf course, and then how can you apply it off the golf course as well.
So much more than just we're going to get you good at using your driver and your fairway wood.
Oh no. It's all about teaching you about yourself and how you can respect the other people in your surroundings.
I know you have a favorite core value. What is that?
Mine is respect. Respect for yourself, respect for others, and respect for your surroundings.
What's that like when you can really see a difference in kids that you've worked with? And you see it hitting home and that light bulb going off.
It's rewarding is what it is. But the best part is when I talk to the parents and they tell me how they express some of those core values that they're seeing away from the course and at home. That's my favorite part.
And if they pick up a few skills along the way, even better.
Oh, darn. Yeah. Oh, darn.
I'm Emmy Fink, and you're Buzz into Madison.
With Honda, every summer adventure is the destination. Take your adventures farther with Honda, America's most fuel-efficient, full-line automaker. local Honda dealer where new vehicles are arriving daily.
When it comes to getting your flu shot, CVS is pretty flex. Want to schedule one online while prepping dinner? Gravy. Avoid the wait by scheduling for you or the whole crew. Or if you prefer to just pop in, do you? And if you want to even tack on a COVID-19 booster to your flu shot, feel free. And speaking of free, our flu shots are, well, free. Really? Yes, really. Healthier is getting a flu shot on your schedule. CVS, healthier happens together.
Badger Blueprint, Wednesdays on News 3 Now at 10.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Finally tonight, an Alabama deputy faced an unusual obstacle last week when he found his patrol car taken over by a few goats. Deputy Casey Thrower was serving civil papers when some hungry goats decided to check if there was anything to eat in his vehicle.
Oh my gosh.
According to the sheriff's office, Thrower would sometimes leave his patrol vehicle open because he would occasionally have to run from dogs, which required a way for him to escape. Thrower made the discovery when he heard something in the car and then found the goats on top of and inside his vehicle. One of them eating the paperwork in his vehicle. They do like to do that. They're just checking things out.
Wow.
On the hood.
Maybe somebody was lucky enough to have their ticket eaten up.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Thank
quite
the
a
goats.
sight. That is Madison County, Alabama. We want to point out
Yes,
Madison.
not
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Final check with Gary.
Nice night out there right now. Live view from the Edgewater Sky Camp. Skies are clear. Temperatures are comfortable. 67 in Madison. Already down into the 50s up toward the Dells and north of there, but across Dane County. 59 right now in Cross Plains, but still 66 in Deerfield. 68 degrees in Sun Prairie. Look for a low temperature tonight of about 59 here in town. High tomorrow, 82. Lots of sunshine. The only rain in the forecast, a shower or thunderstorm chance sometime Friday night. Don't know if it'll affect the football games. I think the better chances might be a little bit after that, but then dry weather through Labor Day weekend.
All right. And thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, and then we'll see you back here tomorrow.